fellow mobile gaming fanatics, MyTyme here, back with another episode of Top Drives. And 820 days, I feel now is a good point to stop for a moment and take the opportunity to reflect and thank everybody who has supported me and continues to support my channel. Thank you for everybody who watches the video, likes, subscribes, clicks the notification bell, comments in the comments section below. I appreciate the support from each and every one of you. And everybody, in fact, in the whole Top Drives community. I'm sure I speak on behalf of all the other content creators as well. It means so much more when you play a game and other people interact with you and let you know what you do well, what they want to see more of, etc. It just feels more worthwhile. So thank you very much. I can't go out and individually give gratitude to everyone because it would take a little bit too long, but I've got some OG people like Mr. Point, you'll know who he is from back in the day when I was WWE Supercar content, still watching this. There's even newer generations. I can talk about my son, for example, so shout out to Mason. He enjoys playing the game, watching the game, and it made me think it's kind of where we're going to go going forward here. The game always needs new people, and to all you youngsters out there that are just getting into Top Drives, you know, if I can help you, more than willing to. Thank you for your support, and I hope you guys enjoy the game as well as all of you veterans out there. And thanks for everyone who's been trying to help me on new ventures. So like, for example, dipping toes in the live stream, Craig Rodriguez, the other car guy, both there, so shout outs to you. And you know, other people like Chaos Screw, Alex Pachaka, even Ross 555 recently, you kind of people offering information on cars you've got, strategies, etc. for the events, and all the others. There's so many out there. Mark Hickins, Nathan Wright, who else got? Joshua Church, Wayne Mobile Gaming, Automotive Gaming Experience, all you people out there who have, some of you newer, some of you older, thank you very much for all your support. So moving forward, things that I'm hoping to do over the next few weeks, I'm hoping to go into maybe a little bit more live streaming, so event playing. So for example, I will be there for a period of time where you can come chat, see what I'm doing, see how my teams line up. So hopefully I'm going to try and be at events where I've got a fairly competitive hand. That would obviously work out better. I'm also thinking of dabbling in garage reviews, but I'd want it to be something like I could click on a car and be able to show you some of the dimensions of the car. So for example, I would show you why I thought that the Porsche was a good or a bad car. So to do something like this, my plan was to use something like TeamViewer and do it through an emulator like I'm currently playing the game. So for some people that would count you out because you won't have access to an emulator or you won't use an emulator, but I'd like to be able to do that as opposed to just have a scrolling video of people. But again, if it's something you'd be interested in, something you could do, you can drop me a message in the comment section below, and it's something I'm going to look to work on in the future if it's what people want to see. But back to today's video. So we've seen a little start. We did manage to make it into the top 10, and ironically we got the two prize cars on offer from tier 1 and tier 2 in our by getting it from our carbon fiber pack. So pretty happy with that. I mean, I think a second NSX, I think it's definitely a car that I can build, not just for this event coming up for the finals, but to make a 233 version of this, I do not think is a bad outcome. And the second RSX is probably just going to be fuse. I mean, I can show you here. If I go into my cars, I didn't need to come out of there. I have trimmed out the garage a lot. It's 430 here at the moment. There's a lot less cars in here. Things like the rares. If we click on status, I've got 11 unlocked now. This is just for fuse. I'll keep a couple more, fuse away a few cars if I need to. When we come to RQ, rarities like ultra rares now as well. Again, 22 unlocked now because I just got that extra Acura. I've got a few more in here that I can also unlock, so I've got some fuse to at least max out one epic, or probably 1.5. I could probably squeeze to maxing out 2 if I did unlock a few more cars in here, and it includes cars like okay, I actually do want to lock this for now. That's bad, my bad. I want to keep that Lancia for now, Drags, but cars that I'm not particularly keen on doing. The Europa here, it's fine, it can go. Don't care if I've maxed out 308 days. I'll use it as a fuse. That can go as a fuse. It's been so long. I don't need another changer. Again, with the Range Rover Evoque, Thought it was going to be a lot more useful than it is, and I've barely touched it. I've used it for partly in one event, and even I dropped it out for something else. So again, if I need fuses, these cars will go straight away. To be fair, the Dodge circuit should have been locked. So, okay, because maybe just go about 20. I unlocked the Aston Martin V8, again, another car that I've held for ages and just not used. So, trying to be a bit more pragmatic. And again, with the Crossfire, car that used to be really useful. The Mazda CX-9, I'm still undecided about. I did start to work on this, but I've still not really used it. I keep it for now, but if I got rid of it, I don't think I'd be too upset. So that's where we are with the garage. Now today there's not too much going on in events, nothing too amazing. We do have Beach from the East part 2, or number 2 if you want to call it, with a double carbon fiber, or 2 carbon fibers should I say, up for grabs if you get rank 1 or 2. We're nowhere near that. No sir, no legendaries, all surface tyres. I just don't have enough of the key cars for this event, and I have my Bentayga diesel maxed out 233, which also isn't going to help me a huge amount. So this event, kind of just sitting back on, just getting ready to see what the finals bring and to see if I have a chance. Now, I thought, let's talk about something slightly controversial before doing something a little bit more fun. So the fun thing I'm going to do is open up some more carbon fiber packs. Sorry, ceramic packs, not carbon fiber. Oh, excuse me, ceramic packs. Yes, I had more cash. I've opened up some recently. Been doing quite a bit of investing, working on some cars, getting some of those super rares, some of those ultra rares that I'm actually need to use or been meaning to maxed out, so they're ready, and trying to forward plan the kind of events that are coming up. So working more on American Frontier cars or Great Exhibition stuff, kind of leaving the French Renaissance, the German Renaissance, those kind of cars alone for now, because they don't seem to be being used as much. And I thought, I've got a little bit of cash here, how can I get a quick influx of cash? Then I realised I could sell a legendary. And yes, before you shout at me, I know you shouldn't sell legendaries in theory, because there can always be a specific event where a certain legendary is going to help you out, and it's not the first time I have sold a legendary, but I think I can sell this one. I really do. Yes, the Lamborghini Murcielago Roadster. I have 2 of them. I have not worked on this car since putting a minimum in it. I had it 281 days. Yes, I do. Obviously, I have used it in events, but I've never bothered to max it out. I haven't seen it worthwhile enough to max it out. At 189 days with zero races. I feel that I have enough Lamborghinis to cover an event if it was Lamborghini only, without needing that one. That is my opinion. So if it comes to Lamborghinis only, as you can see here, I do have enough other Lamborghinis. I've got a maxed out Gallardo, I've got a maxed out 550, which will help. I do want to work on Diablo at some stage, and maxed out Diablo VT Roadster. I've got a few epics as well maxed out, which will be better than these cars not worked on. So I think we can sell that Roadster, and that will then allow us to come and buy a few more packs. So what I was going to do, I was going to do a times 5 and a times 10. I think 15 packs and see what I get. I lose count though. I do lose count, so I'm not going to bother to count. I'm just going to do the times 5 first. We'll go to times 5 first. 25 cards. See what we can get. I'm going to skip all the way up until we start getting super rares. Okay, everything else before that isn't too interesting to me. Yes, I might pull 1 or 2 cards in that I'm going to keep. I'll be honest with you, the majority of cards I think which are uncommon, I'm just going to sell straight away. I got a few cards for Fuse. I'm not working on too many rare cards and stuff at the moment now, because as I have kind of explained previously, I tend to enter the higher RQ challenges in clubs at the moment rather than the lower RQ challenges. So as a result, we don't need as many lower RQ cards maxed out. So your Q Integra Type R 41 RQ, if you pull this car, I say definitely keep it. It's a very good handling car for 41 RQ. Next up we have Infinity Q50. I've used this car so many times, I actually don't know if it's any good or not. It has really good handling for a standardized car, to be fair, and it is fairly cheap. I might build one at some stage, but it won't be today. The Peugeot 405, pretty sure I've got one of you locked but not worked on. The Acura 3.2, keeping these could be useful for the final. There are better Acuras than it though in the brackets. Nissan 350Z Roadster, I've kept one of these to work on because of that 82 handling, so pretty decent low RQ handling car. The Ford Edge, I just sold one of these because I maxed it out 233. If you're going to build it 323. Not something that I use too much at the moment, no. And Subaru Legacy, okay, very good car, 4-wheel drive standard, definitely worth keeping one of those. I think I have one, might have two. Do I really want to do 10, or do I want to do just one more 5 and keep some cash? Or should I do 2 lots of 5s because it's easier to know what's going on? Let's just do it in 2 lots of 5. At least then I can kind of keep a bit more control on how many cars I've got to come. Right, so nothing amazing from that pack, but as I have mentioned before, my aim at the moment is to start working on more of my ultra rares because I have quite a few which aren't maxed out, and I seem to find, and you'll find this as well, if you've got a choice between an ultra rare that you know is good but you haven't worked on, or an ultra rare that you know that probably isn't as good but it's maxed out, so it probably does slightly better than that other car, you tend to just keep going for that maxed out car. So even if you know if both cars were maxed out, you would pick the other one. Because you haven't yet got around to maxing out, it kind of just stays in your garage, and it almost just gets dust on it, if you see what I mean. So I need to start working on those cars that I know are good, but I just never get around to doing it, so then I can actually use them and possibly sell some of the other cars that they replace. But Volvo, I've got one of you, got you maxed out, don't need another one. Dodge Avenger, I've got one saved. I don't know how good that car is. The BMW M1, this used to be a really good car, a really popular car, especially for drags. Now not so much, but we don't have enough German events for it. Going to BMW M5, pretty sure it's medium ground clearance, about the only thing that I could say about that. Miura, decent car for Italian events and drag, good drag car. If you haven't got one, I would suggest keeping one, very useful in those events. Can we hit, not another Ford Edge, can we hit an ultra rare? Yes, okay. Clio Sport, medium ground clearance for this car is half decent. I mean, there's a lot better Renaults than this, to be honest with you. I haven't bothered to build one, but that doesn't make it a bad car. It is a hatchback, it does have medium ground clearance, it can have some use if you're struggling in that area. We'll do one more. I'm not going to use all my cash here because I just want to leave enough to be able to do some upgrades and all of that good malarkey, and then I will generate some more back hopefully over the course of the next couple of days, especially the finals. If I've got a good hand, hopefully I'll be on the game a bit more and playing clubs, etc. So we'll get some of this cash back. Can we get anything better than an ultra rare? That's the question. That is the question. Right, here we go. So, oh no, one more. Oh, I was trying to give me some good luck. Okay, the Bora. I don't think you really need this car, I'll be honest with you. I don't think anyone really needs it. Ooh, the D24. And again, for drag cars, keep one of those. One of those can come in hand. Another 3.2 Acura. No, the DS. Oh, I've not built one of these, to be fair. I always fuse it. There's never really going to be a DS event, so it's just whether you want a French car or not. Chevrolet Monte Carlo, I've got one, working on it. Medium ground clearance, not used it at all yet, so I can't say it's particularly useful for me. Nissan Qashqai, at least we've got a few extra bonuses here. Yeah, these low RQ 4-wheel surface drive cars, 4-wheel surface tyres, sorry, they're worth keeping some. They're worth keeping some. Oh, the Pathfinder. I don't know about this one. I don't know. I've not pulled it before. Could be interesting. Next card one more interesting because it's going to be a legendary. Ooh, the Aston Martin Carbon Fiber Black Edition. Ooh, Carbon Black Edition. Maybe not Carbon Fiber. I'm thinking of the packs. Yes, baby. Well, we can say that was a successful pack. Very, very, very happy. I did want to get this car. I will keep this car. Doesn't mean it's necessarily the best Aston Martin, but it is a car I wanted. And you know what? We're gonna pull off one more solo ceramic just before the end. This is gonna make amends for the weekly challenge ceramic, and I'll show you why in just a second. So last pack, can we beat that? Can we beat? Oh, it's at least a double super rare. The McGann. I don't have one of you maxed out, do I? No, I don't. And okay, Land Rover Discovery. I do have one of these, 6.777. There's so many cars you can pick from now. I don't think you need to have them all, to be honest with you. Just pick a couple, max them out, and if you get any of those kind of events, they'll all be fine. They're all fine. They'll do the same thing. Right, the challenge. We've got all the way up to the end, and we are basically in farming mode. I was going to complete this and open the ceramic pack with you guys, but I realised I'm going to miss out on just under a day and a half's worth of rewards if I do. So I just throw in my team like this. I get 2 stars. I'm going to be able to get the ceramic pack, but I just want to keep, I want to keep, you know, clawing away at those in-game rewards. I don't just want to give up a whole day's worth of tickets, because if it was maybe 7-8 hours to go, yeah, fine, but there's still quite a while to go, so we will wait. I'm afraid I'll try and get this in the video. Knowing me, I'll forget and have to just get it in the last minute, but that is what I wanted to come to today. Show you that legendaries can have more use than just events. They can also provide you a nice influx of cash. But yeah, selling legendaries, I wouldn't necessarily do it unless you're in that kind of situation. Duplicates of a legendary that you don't already use, then yes, that cash is better invested. As we saw, helped me get not only a few more fuse cars, but I was also very fortunate to get the Aston Martin, which is a car that I would like to use at some stage in the near future. So from that, it was more than the 3 packs worth or so, but we have come out with a couple of ultra rares and an epic, so that car went to some good use. Rather than sitting in my garage doing absolutely nothing, I've now got some cars to improve some of the other cars that I wish to use. So it's a much better result for me. However, if that is your only Lamborghini, for example, I would not sell it. I would just keep it, because it will have some use in events, even if it's not a great car. Only sell cars when you have an excess or an abundance of them, or they're really something that you don't need or use. Anyway, I've been MyTyme. Thanks for watching as ever. Please let me know if you've liked the video. I will come back once we get to the start, or once I join anyway, because it might not be the very start of the SLS GT3 finals. We will see if we can try and get that prize car. Hope you all have a wonderful week. Stay safe, and I'll see you all soon.